Hello everybody. So today I want to talk about calculus. The topic today is about residue theorem. So now I want to show you how to answer. The first thing we need to consider that is about this one. So we know that z equals to a plus b I in here, that's about imaginary unit. And now we have negative number 2. Negative number 2, that's about the real number. Now, if we put like this, so we have a, that's about the real number in here with negative number 2. And we have b I. Now because this one they put inside the absolute value, so that should be like this. So this one and b, they will be like this. And we know that this one equals to number 2. So we put the power 2 for the both sides. We cancel the square root and we have a minus number 2 to the power of 2 plus b to the power of 2 equals to 2 square in here. So if we look carefully about this one, we can compare about the formula of the circle. That should be about a minus c to the power of 2 plus b minus d to the power of 2 equals to r square. So the center in here, that is about c d. And the radius in here, that is about r. So if we look carefully about this one, the center of this situation, that is about number 2, 0, because we don't have d. That means d equal to number 0. And the radius, that is about number 2. Now we need to graph about the circle in here. So this one, that is for a. This one, that is for b. A for the real. B, that's about imaginary. So for a, we have number 2. We put number 2 in here. B, that is 0. That's in here. So the location of the center, that's in here. The radius is about number 2. So that should be like this. Now we have this one. So the next thing we need to consider, that is about the denominator in here. So we need to put until z equals something in here. So we need to put about z minus 1 equal to number 0 and z square plus 4 equals to number 0, because we need to find the both inside about the contour in here. So z equals to positive number 1. So I will put negative number 1 go in here. This one I will put number 4 go in here. We have negative number 4. So if we put the square root for the both sides, we have positive and negative with the square root of negative number 4. So this one we have z equals to positive and negative. We know that the square root of negative number 1 multiplied by the square root of number 4. This one in here we transform into I. So that's why we have z equals to positive or negative 2I. This one, that is about number 2. So after we get everything in here, now we need to put the value z equals to number 1. So that means this one, that is about z equal to 1 plus 0I. So that means A equals to number 1, B equals to number 0. So location of this point here, that is about 1, 0. So A equal to number 1 we put in here. B equals to number 0. So that is about this location. So the point A in here. So z equals to number 1 inside the contour. So we will consider about this one. Now the next one, z equals to 2I. That means z equals to 0 plus 2I. So this one, that is about A. This one, that is about B. So we have A equals to number 0, B equals to number 2. So A equal to number 0 in here, B equal to number 2 in here. So we can see that this point in here outside about the contour in here. So we cannot consider. Now let's go to the next one. Z equals to negative 2I. That means z equals to number 0 minus 2I. So 0, that is about A. This one in here, that is about B. So A equals to number 0, B equals to negative number 2. So the point in here, that is about A equal to negative number A equal to number 0, B equals to negative number 2, and that is about point C. So we see that the point C outside the circle. So this location we cannot consider. And now we just have only point 8. And that is about z equals to number 1. Now let's consider about the pole z equals to number 1. So in this situation, we have g of z equals to z minus number 1 multiplied by f of z. F of z in here, that is about this one. So if we multiply with z minus 1, we just have only 3z squared plus number 2 over z squared plus 4. Now we can find about the residue of f, and that should be about positive number 1. So that's about 3 of number 1. So that means we put number 1 cone here. So we change the value of number 1 in here and here. So we have number 1. So because we just have only one pole in here, and now we can find the answer of this one. So in this one we have 2bi. we just have only this residue in here. So we just write residue of f at location number 1. So we just put number 1 in here and we just have 2pi. This is the end. Thank you for watching.